shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles, located at 204 East McGalliard Road in Muncie and on eBay as well. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit. So Raging Tempest was quite the meta-defining pack, if we're being honest. Released early February 2017, it contained many powerful cards. The first wave of Zodiacs, True King Lithosogem, That Grass is Greener, Sea Monster Theseus, Foolish Burial Goods, as well as Windwitches. All these cards mentioned have either been banned, limited, or still semi-relevant today, except Windwitches and Theseus, if we're being honest, but that's a story for a whole other day. Windwitches boasted the neat ability to summon a Crystal Wing with just one card, and if you don't know what Windwitches do, you're about to find out real quick. So you just reveal a Windwitch to special summon from your hand, activate her effect to special summon a Windwitch, usually the Glass Spell. Summon the Windwitch Glass Spell. Its effect would go off. If it was normal or special, you would add a Windwitch card to your hand, which would net you a Windwitch Snowbell, which allows you to special summon itself if you control at least 2 wind monsters. And then once you just speed through the brief combo, you're left with a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon that can't be destroyed by card effects because of Snowbell's lingering effect. And during the format they were released, for the most part, Windwitches were usually paired with Invoke to create an insane board of Crystal Wing, Synchro Dragon, and Invoked Raijin on turn 1, which is fairly difficult to get over. But with this in mind, why exactly isn't this engine being used more often? I had to ask myself that because I enjoyed the Windwitch engine, but I couldn't see why it wasn't being used as much. And because even though the Crystal Wing is essentially, I don't want to say a free negate, but it's a 1-card negate which can't be destroyed, it's just not as powerful, and it definitely has been power creep for a couple reasons. I think one of the biggest driving factors to Windwitch's lack of play is the introduction of Link Summoning. As a lone engine, they are not the most sustainable deck, and as stated earlier, they were usually paired with Invoked or another engine to make bigger boards, but with the extra deck zone space limited on the first turn, those big boards are pretty much impossible to make, especially with Ice and Glass Spell's effect, where you're getting your special summoning restricted to only wind monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. That just really stunts your plays a lot, especially when we don't have a wind link monster like Mrs. Radiant or things like that. So you really can't make the big boards that you used to be able to. And hand traps. Hand traps are another reason why the deck really is hurt, especially with hand traps being so relevant right now, because if hand traps hit Windwitches at any point, the turn is pretty much over because they can't really establish anything. If they can't establish the Crystal Wing, they can't really do anything, because that's the bread and butter of the deck for the most part. The days of Invoked Windwitch running rampant is it's over, unfortunately. Windwitches, for the most part, have to be teched into an engine or a deck for it to be successful at all, and the fact that it is restricting your summoning is pretty relevant, because if you're not summoning the Windwitch first, you're not getting off Ice Spell's effect, which is the most important effect to be getting off. I guess they just need a way to find a way to manage their plays without the aid of something else. I guess nowadays lots of stun traps can help in maintaining the board, but like I said before, once you get over the Crystal Wing, it's a wrap. Yeah, for the most part, I would like to think that is what happened to Windwitches. They need a lot of support. They need, by support, they need other decks to support them, because their small engine is usually not enough to get them there. And the fact that their restriction effect is really hindering their ability to make big boards is another reason why I just don't think Windwitches are as relevant. And the fact that the decks now can easily just bait out a Crystal Wing and continue to get over that, especially with Link Summoning, because Link monsters don't have levels, and therefore they can just run into the Crystal Wing. Like Deco Talker can just run over a Crystal Wing, and it's not affected by Crystal Wing at all. So that is another reason I would say that Windwitches are less than relevant nowadays. Let me know what you think about Windwitches, though, my analysis in the comments section below. And this is Alex from +3 TCG, signing out, y'all.